It is a beautiful day for sailing. In fact, this last month has been fabulous. Hopefully, this will be a fabulous turn of events for the Mariners as they come back to Safeco Field after going 5-4 on the recent road trip. We welcome you to Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flower, Group Sports Crew, Mariner Baseball as the Tigers come to town. Tigers, third place in the American League Central, and they can hit. Hisashi Iwakuma on the comeback trail. It starts tonight. Let's take a look at the Tiger lineup that he'll face.
And you're right, they can't hit. Number one in average, the Tigers are. Kinsler going to lead things off in Cespedes. Victor Martinez, the DH tonight. J.D. Martinez, 10 home runs in his last 12 games, 23 home runs on the year. Named to the All-Star team. He is the cleanup hitter. Avila, Castellanos, Ghost, Romine, and Iglesias round out the 9 for the Tigers tonight. And for Iwakuma, take a look at what he has done. This will be his fourth start on the year. It's been so long you can hardly remember, but 16 in the third, 11 strikeouts, 3 walks for him. Opponents hitting .308 against Iwakuma. And our American Family Insurance defensive setup for the Mariners tonight. Ackley getting the start in left field. Jackson in center. Seth Smith out in right. Seager in third. Miller and Cano playing up the middle. Logan Morrison at first, and Mike Zunino will do the catching tonight.
As the old song went, it's a beautiful day for a ball game today. And that's what we have here in Seattle. Glad you're with us. Mike, you make a great point about Iwakuma. It does seem like eons ago that he last performed.
It does, and this is not going to be a soft landing for him, as we talked about with the Tigers. The good news, Miguel Cabrera out for an extended period of time, so the Mariners will not see them in this series, or see him in this series. That helps, but still a quality hitting ball club.
For sure, and here's a guy the Mariners have seen a lot of over the years, Ian Kinsler. 1-0 to Ian. 79 degrees here in Seattle. As far as you're concerned, with major keys as we watch Iwakuma get through this?
I think there are a couple of things. First and foremost, what his command is going to be like, and I think here in the first inning, have to give him a chance to get settled in. But then I want to look at his velocity and see where his fastball is at. In his last outing, I understand that he was able to hit 90, 91. For Iwakuma, typically he's going to be in the upper 80s with his fastball. And then the last thing, again, his split command is such a field pitch for him, and having the issues that he's had in the past, does he have good feel for it? He's able to bury it when he wants to.
Check swing, 2-2. Ian Kinsler, long-time Texas Ranger. It's a good look at beautiful sights here at Safeco Field.
And then again, lastly, Dave, I want to see him walk off the mound healthy when his evening is done. They said there are no restrictions on him. They're going to let him go.
To which the congregation said, amen.
Amen. That's right. Pretty good fastball right there at 89 miles an hour. Again, that's typically where he will be when he's feeling good.
Well, you know he has got to be absolutely stoked to be back. First action since the 20th of April.
And you can see Kinsler's had a lot of success against him.
2-2 pitch. Fly ball left field into the corner. Ackley with room makes the play in fair territory. 1 out.
Take a look at the pitch selection for Iwakuma this year. Before he was hurt, you can see his fastball. He'll throw it about 75% of the time. Curveball, slider, 20%.
Brings up Yoenis Cespedes. He's 10 for 24, 3 homers against Iwakuma, and he's a candidate for the 34th and final spot on the All-Star team for the American League. He's third in double, 6th in hits in the American League. So, yeah, Cabrera is out, but the rest of these guys are no slouches.
J.D. Martinez, in the year that he has put together, again making the All-Star team, 285 with 23 home runs.
Key to beating Detroit, which we've seen over the last couple of years. There's Victor Martinez. The key, get into their bullpen. Their bullpen has been terrible.
Yeah, they've really struggled, and they've had some injuries too, but they end up 13th in the American League in ERA, so hopefully some of the guys offensively can do something, and a good play by Iwakuma. One of the things he is really good at, he can field his position. A little bit of self-defense right there.
You know it. Sharp one hopper.
Again, a good fastball. The fastball at 90 miles an hour, so that's one of the things that I wanted to see today, able to make the play as it was hit right back at him. Good look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo. And Iwakuma making the play. It was going to be right in the middle of his chest, so a little bit of self-defense.
He's going to face one of the finest hitters of his generation. The numbers right now not reflective. He's been on the DL. Left knee inflammation. Five-time All-Star Victor Martinez. Switch hitter. Dangerous. 3 for 6 with a homer against Kuma. Veteran Joe West has balls and strikes tonight. Kerwin Danley, the umpire at first. Rob Drake at second, and DJ Rayburn at third. With Joe behind the plate, what do you like? A pitcher's guy, hitter's guy?
I think he's fair. I think he's going to make you throw the ball on the plate. But I think somebody like Iwakuma, if he consistently works the edges, he may give him a little bit as the game moves on. We're talking about Victor Martinez. I think over the years, Dave, for him, and we talk about this all the time, hitting with runners in scoring position, this is the one guy that, as a Mariner fan, you do not want to see up there. And as you mentioned, he's had to deal with some injuries this year, but just a clutch hitter.
Big influence guy in that clubhouse, talking to guys over there, Verlander, Price, and they're talking about a guy like Victor. You know he's going to pick it up. He's influenced Cespedes in terms of trying to hit up the middle and the other way, as has Cabrera. Kuma's got a good first inning under his belt as Jackson settles under it. The ex-Tiger records a third out. 13 pitches for Iwakuma to begin this, hopefully final and long stint of this season in the rotation for the Mariners. Ladies' glasses here at Safeco Field. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order that will face the veteran Alfredo Simon.
Tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron. Austin Jackson's going to lead things off. Seager moves up. He will hit second. Cano, Cruz, and Smith in the middle of the lineup. Logan Morrison will bat sixth. Ackley in the lineup tonight hitting seventh. And Brad Miller, over his last 9 games, a .367 batting average for Brad. Really starting to swing the bat well, and Mike Zunino will round out the 9 for the Mariners. And you take a look at the numbers. 3.94 ERA, 70 strikeouts, and 91 1/3, 30 walks on the year. Points hitting .266. Throw a little bit of everything at you. Good fastball, though. His fastball will be about 93 miles an hour.
Simon in his first year with Detroit, the last 3 years with Cincinnati. Prior to that, 4 years with the Baltimore Orioles. Career record of 33 wins, and make that 39 wins at 33 losses and a .387 ERA. Iglesias as good a shortstop as we have in the American League. 1 down.
Take a look at the rest of the defense, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Cespedes in left field, Ghost in center. J.D. Martinez again having a great year offensively. He will be in right field. Pretty good combination up the middle for the Tigers. Iglesias, you saw him just make that play. Kinsler, they will try to turn some double plays in this series. Avila will do the catching for the Tigers.
Talking to Justin Verlander, their outstanding pitchers, having a rough go right now, but he as a pitcher obviously has tons of regard for Iglesias. He said he has the best transfer. Gets that ball out of his hand into that glove, into his hand, and gets rid of it with a strong throw. Probably better than anybody in the game. Here's Kyle Seager.
We've seen him the last couple of years, glimpses of him.
Remember 2 years ago?
And you see those flashes of what we just saw right there, how quickly he's able to get rid of the ball. I think the biggest thing for him was always making the routine play consistently, and he's doing that now. And it's as solid as it gets. He'll make some spectacular plays, though. A lot of flash to his game. Reminds me a lot of a Tigers coach, Omar Vizquel. Omar Vizquel, one of the best shortstops I've ever seen, and they really remind me of each other.
Iglesias on the All-Star team. David Price, J.D. Martinez, Jose Iglesias, and Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera obviously out with a calf injury till probably mid-August, and Cespedes a candidate for the 34th spot. Cruz and Felix making it for the Mariners. Iglesias missed most of last year with a shin injury. Occurred very early in the season, but we've seen him 2 years ago. He was spectacular. There's Omar, one-time Mariner, first base coach for the Tigers, eligible for the Hall of Fame. Hopefully in January of 2017 we'll hear his name called. Headed to Cooperstown. Two and two to Kyle Seager. Simon, his first start against the Mariners. He's appeared in 7 other games out of the pen with an 0.93 ERA.
And again, Simon has a good fastball. He'll be 93 to 95 miles an hour. Also throw his split. He throws it a lot. About 37% on his splitter.
3-2 to Kyle. Hey, Kyle's aboard to the walk. And his first base runner.
Every left-handed hitter available tonight is in the lineup, and for good reason. Left-handers hitting .294 against Simon compared to the right-handers just .222.
Brings up Robbie Cano. For 3 yesterday, got hit by a pitch. He sent one ball deep to the track in right field and another one deep to the track in left center. He's in Oakland, ball 1. Robbie with 9 hits on the road trip, 9 for 34, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in, 2 walks and 9 Ks. Trent Jewett, acting manager, Lloyd McClendon, skipper back home in Indiana, attending to the funeral of his youngest sister Angela, who passed away at age 43 a few days ago. Complications from diabetes. And thoughts and prayers go out to the McClendon family. 2-0 to Cano. And he finds a hole in the infield, shoots it through that gap. Base hit, 2 on for Cruz. And hitting with the count in his favor.
Starting to heat up, and that's what we wanted to see over his last 16 games, hitting at an even 300. 5 doubles and 3 home runs. You take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Cano. Seen this a lot on the road trip, hitting the ball the other way and hitting it with some authority.
First pitch, ball 1. Center fielder Ghost, kind of shallow, couple of steps towards left center for Cruz. Ghost one time, most recently with the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's what Cruz has done. Home runs 5 here at home, 19 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch. Cruz has got a good count.
For Simon this year, he's had his issues on the road. A 3-3 record, but his ERA over 5 on the road.
Brad Osmus, second-year manager of the Tigers, all-star in 1989 with Detroit. All-star catcher. Cruz less than 2 outs, has a .410 batting average, runners in scoring position with 3 homers. 2-1. Nelson Cruz thanking Mariner fans for voting for him to the All-Star game in the Seattle Times today. Big ad. Thoughtful young man. 2-1. See the ball goes foul. 2-2. Couldn't ask for a better night. Good crowd. 20,000, maybe 22, 23,000 tonight. 10. Good action out there.
Not much of a breeze here at the ballpark tonight. I was watching the guys take batting practice today.
How was it flying?
It was flying. The ball was carrying pretty well. And you can understand why with this heat that we have.
Well, he always said he's going to exit the park at some point.
Right now would be okay.
Signed, Mike Flowers.
All you have to do is watch him take batting practice here, and you know why I feel that way. He just about leaves in batting practice. Hits him right up there towards the top row.
It's unreal. Simon 2-2. Ooh, he got a piece of it. No, he didn't. It's swung and missed. Runners advance. Cruz is aboard.
No.
Cruz is out as the runners move up on a wild pitch.
It's a good idea to go ahead and run down there. Obviously, he's out, but sometimes the catcher, you never know. He may try to throw him out. Take a look at this swing, well off the plate away. And maybe he'll throw it away. You never know.
Two away. Seth Smith, who came up large yesterday.
It was amazing yesterday, wasn't it?
That was a great at-bat.
Well, just the Mariners yesterday, they had runners in scoring position just one time. They were an even 1-for-1 with runners in scoring position yesterday, and Seth is the one that came up with the big base hit. Solid base hit back up in the middle to drive in a couple of runs, and that proved to be the difference as the Mariners went on to win 2-1.
That is a rare 1-for-1 for 9 innings.
I didn't really even think about it until we were getting right towards the end of the game, and I looked at it again because I keep track of it during the game, and I had to go and check my scorecard, but that's what it was yesterday. And you're right, it is. It's very rare.
What, 2 to Seth?
Pretty good split. Again, he will throw it a lot.
Seth got it done yesterday on a 3-2 pitch. 2 outs. Mariners down 1-0 in the 6th. All of a sudden, Alfredo Simon has turned into Joaquin Benoit. Taking his time. Holding on is Avila. That threat dies there. With runners at second and third. No scores. We go to the segment. The great Jack Sigma, number 43 from your Seattle Supersonics. Loved watching him play. No scores. We go to the second. finds 80 non-stop destinations and growing. By your local Ford stores. By the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting the Under the Sun Tour with Uncle Cracker, July 25th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. And by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. J.D. Martinez, 9th in runs. And he's second in home runs, Albert Pujols. 4th in RBIs. Tremendous first half.
And if you've had an opportunity to watch him play much, you know that he has a lot of power to right center field. And I think that's what makes him dangerous, because typically when you see the kind of numbers, 23 home runs, 56 RBIs, when you see those numbers as a pitcher, you want to pitch him away. And sometimes I think that's right in his wheelhouse, so you have to be careful.
Talking to Dave Clark, their third base coach. He hits the ball to right center and right field like a lefty pull hitter. Said it's phenomenal how much influence Cabrera's had on him. 3-1. Miller gobbles it up. Throws out Martinez. One away. Just like the Mariners bullpen, you can not just save with the Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package. That's because you're going to save big with 4 tickets, hot dogs, and Pepsis at a special package value price. You're invited to do more when you join us for the next event tomorrow at 7:10. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Alex Avila, catcher. Just coming back from the DL. Played a few games at first base. Here we go. Strike one. Had a loose body in his left knee back in May. Tigers come in after going 4-5 on their most recent homestand. Look at Rick Waite's Mariner pitching coach. Tigers got out to an 11-4 start with 15-8 in April. They had first place in hand, but by mid-May they'd fallen to second place. Had another taste of first place after beating St. Louis 2 out of 3, but since then they've descended to third in the Central. They went 11-13 in June, and so far in July 2-3. Kuma with another strike, even to count at 2-2. Now shift on as they bring Seager over to the right side.
Going through what's happened to the Tigers this year. Again, you mentioned at the beginning their bullpen has been an issue for them, and they're 13th in ERA. Good fielding club. They're third in the American League in fielding. Mariners are second, but they've struggled on the pitching side of things, and losing Cabrera certainly is not going to help them at all. And it sounds like he's going to be out for a long period of time.
6 weeks. Everybody I talked to said looking like August 15th or thereabouts if things go well for him. Swing and a miss. Kuma, first strikeout of the evening.
And that looked like a good split. Again, his fastball is in pretty good shape. We've seen him 89, 90 miles an hour, but this looks like the split. And it is 84 miles an hour. Good action on it. You can see just below the strike zone. There's a good look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the grip by Iwakuma on his split. And we were talking about that at the start of the game, Dave, and to throw the split and to get that kind of action on it, you know that he must feel pretty good, because you really have to finish that pitch for it to dive out of the strike zone like that.
Fouled off by Castellanos, the third baseman. Mariners have handled him. Detroit a 19-17 record on the road. They've done well in their division at plus 12 games over 500 in the Central. Hit well, deep left field. Gone back and gone. Castellanos with his 5th home run, 31st RBI, 1-0 Detroit. Iwakuma giving up his 3rd home run to right-hand hitters. Got it on an 0-1 pitch.
Well, he ends up getting it on a breaking ball. We'll take a look at it. Little slider, didn't do much, just kind of backed up, stayed middle in, trying to go to the outside corner.
Two outs, a run in. Anthony Gose.
For Iwakuma, 5 home runs allowed and 16 in a third. And we saw that last home run again on the breaking ball.
Gose can really run. To the gap. Turning to high gear. He wants 3. And Cano bobbles. And in safely with a triple is Anthony Gose, his 4th triple of the season.
This is going to be on the fastball. It's right in the middle of the plate, right at the knees. Good swing by Gose. And with his speed, an easy triple. Even if Cano had been able to hang on to it and handle it, no chance to get Gose at 3rd.
So after 2 outs, home run and a triple, brings up switch hitter Andrew Romine playing at first base tonight. Romine in his 2nd year with Detroit. Came up with the Angels. Romine's dad, Kevin, was a Red Sox outfielder. His brother, Austin, a catcher with the Yankee organization. Comebacker to Iwakuma. Handles it nicely. A run on 2 hits, no errors, a man left. Home run by Castellanos gives Detroit a 1-0 lead as the Big Mountain came out to play today in this hot weather. Live before every game. You need inspiration? Follow us on Pinterest at Ultimate Bucket List. As you look at Mike McCready from last August here at Safeco Field, he, of course, from Pearl Jam, playing the national anthem. Always a treat to see Mike, big baseball fan, come out to the ballpark and plug in and turn it up. Logan Morrison, Dustin Ackley, Brad Miller against Alfredo Simon here in the second inning. Right into the shift. One away. Ozzie Iglesias. Do I make that Castellanos? Shift it over. Does change your scoring, doesn't it, Mike?
It
5-3 with
yeah.
the shift. I was watching a game the other day. I forget who it was, but he said my score. He says the scorecard's all screwed up because with the shifts and guys are just like a windshield. Yeah, like a windshield wiper here. What's going on?
Because they all do it a little bit differently, so you really have to pay attention to who's going where. Dustin Ackley with a good day yesterday. Dustin was 2 for 3, hit the ball hard. Back in the lineup today again. Left-handed hitters have had more success against Simon. Lefty's hitting .294.
One pitch fouled off.
Ackley getting an opportunity to play today.
Six lefties in the Mariner lineup today. 2-2. Left center field, a little bit of carry, but Cespedes goes back a little bit to make the play. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Quick 2 outs in the second.
Trying to remember the last time I saw an outfielder throw the ball back in the way that Cespedes just did. Are you paying attention to that? A little windmill underhand and fired it into the air, but it carried almost all the way to second base. I think the last time I saw that happen, it was Gorman Thomas when he was with the Mariners.
Gorman.
Yeah, but he had a torn rotator cuff, so it was hard for him to throw over the top. But he was almost like a softball player out there.
Gorman.
He has a great arm, by the way.
This guy?
Yes.
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
And all 3 can run and get it.
Take a look at it.
Pretty good snap. He does because he can.
He had a lot of carry on it, too. He was able to get it all the way back in.
Throw it to duck, base hit. Simon getting out of the way.
Well, Brad has been a hot hitter. We take a look at Brad's swing in our Alaska Airlines Supermo. Stays inside of it. He's pulling that knob of the bathroom and eventually gets the barrel there. Squares it up.
Good road trip, 11 for 30. Here's Mike Zunino.
367 average with 3 doubles, a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs on the road trip.
Zunino at 162, 9 homers, 18 runs batted in. He's got 6 doubles on the season.
Come on, baby, light one up.
Ball 1 from Alfredo Simon. Mike 0 for 3 in yesterday's 2-1 win by the Mariners, getting them split of the 4-game series in Oakland. Iglesias on hop. It's good enough. It's the play done. Mariners turned away here in the second. 1-0 Detroit. MLB All-Star, and this Saturday will become an All-Star collectible. Join us for Nelson Cruz bobblehead night when the Mariners host the Angels at 7:10. It's free to the first 20,000 fans, courtesy of Root Sports. Get tickets for Saturday's game at Mariners.com. There's a look at Mariners' 2 All-Stars. Felix Hernandez on your left, and Felix and Mr. Cruz, Nelson Cruz on the right. Felix with both of them look like they got fresh haircuts. Here's the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. He made the All-Star team. He'll be followed by Ian Kinsler and Yoenis Cespedes. 9-1-2 here for the Tigers.
Well, we've talked a lot about Iglesias and his defense, and we've already seen a couple of fine backhanded plays from him. He's hitting .323 on the year. Really swinging the bat well.
Big piece of Zunino. Iglesias in 2013, a .259 hitter, 2 homers and 10 runs batted in. Building his position quite well this evening, Mr. Iwakuma. Back-to-back comebackers, 3rd of the night.
Yeah, see 35 pitches, 22 strikes so far for Iwakuma. Again, he's had a good fastball tonight. 89, 90 miles an hour. It's a good splits. He was hurt on the one breaking ball. Looked like a slider, little backup slider. Didn't have much bite to it at all.
He's on the home run, an 0-1 pitch to Castellanos. 2 outs, nobody on in the second inning. Top of the order, Kinsler. And flied out to left. Dude goes. They check with Kerwin Manley. Two pitch misses. fly ball, shallow left field for Dustin Ackley. Second time he's retired Kinsler. Time for the Geico this date in MLB history. John Boo Powell, 11 runs knocked in a doubleheader against the Kansas City Royals. 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Yep, number 26. Powerful left-hand hitter. Big part of very good Orioles teams. Mid to late 60s into the 70s.
34 home runs and 109 RBIs in just 140 games.
Bouncing ball goes foul.
He's doing some damage.
Yeah, 69 lose to the Mets. 70 they beat Cincy. 71 lose to Clemente in the World Series. But that was a great run. We saw plenty of Cespedes when he was with the Athletics. Edward Kuma knows him all too well. Taking him out of the yard 3 times. It's great to have Iwakuma back in this rotation. Coming off a right lat strain. And he's put on the DL retro to April 21st.
And he missed time last year. Injured his finger. Yeah, I like the fact that he had plenty of time to get back into the rotation this year. Probably in large part because the younger guys have pitched so well.
Good job by Zunino to hold on to that foul tip. 1-2-3 inning for Kuma. 1-0 Detroit. Sports brought to you by Raritan Maserati and by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. So look at Lake Sammamish. Beautiful environs out there. Gorgeous day, a little hot. Ball 1 from 34-year-old Alfredo Simon. 6'6", 265, pitching to former Tiger Austin Jackson. Austin grounded out to short first time. Was asking Austin about the Mariners' offensive struggles. He says, "I just keep coming to work, keep on putting in my work. I'm not reading anything. That's all you can do."
And I think he's right. And to people asking me about it today, and well, I don't have the answers. Who has the answers to it, right? I said these guys eventually are going to have to hit at a clip that they're used to, individually are used to. You know, we talk about the baseball card and what it says on the back and getting to that point. But you have to take care of your own business, and nobody that can help you that much with it. Eventually, you're going to have to get it done, and here we are halfway through it. So, good news to that man right there. Robinson Cano is starting to heat up. Already had a base hit in this one. Over his last 16 games coming into this game, hitting 300 with 3 home runs. That will help.
Yes, indeed. Good count for Jackson. 3-1. Tipped it into the glove of Avila. 3-2. Top of the order, Jackson, Seager, and Cano. 1-0 on a Castellanos home run in the second inning. Back. Shading Jackson towards right center. 3-2. Simona, big man, as you mentioned, 6'6", 265. His nickname, Big Pasta.
He's done a pretty good job of mixing things up tonight. We've seen his fastball 94, 95. His cutter has been around 90 miles an hour. His split has been at 85, 86.
3-2 to Jackson. Down low. Base runner for the Mariners. Second walk this evening. Seager was the first Mariner to get aboard via the walk. Stick around after the game for Mariners post game. It's presented by Delta Airlines. Nice homestand here for the Mariners. 2 night games and a day game against these Tigers. Then the Angels come in for 3 night games and a Sunday afternoon tilt. And we break for the All-Star game in Cincinnati. And again, congratulations to Nelson Cruz and Felix Hernandez. Named to the American League squad. Detroit, David Price, J.D. Martinez, Jose Iglesias, Miguel Cabrera, who's injured, and Yoenis Cespedes in line at fan voting for that 34th final roster spot. Seager takes the ball 1-0. We walked in the first inning. Cano single to left. Mariners threatened, but then Cruz struck out. So did Smith. Jackson at first has 7 stolen bases. Back with a dive. Jackson and Miller tied for the team lead with 7 steals. Fans in an uproar, but the pitcher just doing his job.
Well, hopefully he'll keep throwing over there, and when he decides to go to home plate, hopefully it's a fastball in the middle of the plate. Get distracted by the runner.
There he goes. Got a good jump. Throw by Avila. It is off the glove of Iglesias. Stolen base. Austin Jackson, his 8th of the year. And Seager's got a good count at 2-0.
Take a look at the slide by Austin Jackson. Right off the end of the glove, and it looks as if he would have beat it anyway before the tag was on him. Tigers will put the shift on now with Jackson at second base.
Austin now 8 out of 15 in base stealing. 2-0 count. Kyle Seager. Count goes to 3-0.
And I'm sure if Kyle gets a pitch to his liking, he'll be able to swing away. Green light him.
Done a nice job 3-0 this year. That started, what, second half last year? Started doing that?
Yeah, I think once Lloyd started to get familiar with the guys, and he does swing away at it.
Long run for Ghost. Going back, he's got it measured. Jackson tags, and he'll get the third with relative ease. So 1 out, runner at third for Robinson Cano. Everybody, this Thursday, King Felix takes the hill against Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, and the Angels at 7:10. Cheer on the Mariners Ace from the King's Court, where for $30 you're going to get a seat, a King's Court t-shirt, and a K card. Go to mariners.com/Felix for tickets.
Long fly ball for Kyle, but he gets the job done moving Jackson to third. So Cano with an opportunity to drive in a run, and it's early in the ballgame. The Tigers are going to bring their infield in. Talking about 3-0, I think once Lloyd was comfortable with the guys about halfway through the season is when he started to turn them loose. And Kyle might have been one of the first ones, because Kyle, especially in this ballpark, swung the bat so well. I think that he may have been one of the first ones that he lets him go. And typically he'll have the green light. Cano well, Cruz certainly well.
Almost been turned loose once or twice.
And I like it. I think as a hitter, if the manager knows that you know what's going on, you're going to get a pitch that you like, and if you don't, you take it to turn them loose. If these guys know they're going to get a fastball, and typically 3-0 is going to get a large portion of the play, give them a chance to drive in some runs.
Drawn in infield for Cano. 1-0 pitch. Coming in is Martinez. He has 8 assists. Now Ghost is going to take it. Ghost with a strong throw. Not deep enough.
That was a good fastball by Simon. 95 miles an hour. Elevated it a little bit. Was able to get it to the inside corner. As you take a look at Ghost, just too shallow. And we talked about all their outfielders have strong throwing arms.
He had good momentum being a lefty, going over to that side, be able to make that
throw. That's an easy play for him.
Yeah. But Martinez was in good shape too. He was pretty much coming straight in.
Well, we talked about all three of them having strong throwing arms, and typically if you have a strong throwing arm as an outfielder, I'm pretty sure J.D. Martinez wanted to show his arm off right there too.
He's got 8 assists, tied for third in the American League. Strike one to Cruz. Struck out in a 2-2 pitch. First time up. He's 8th in batting in the American League. Started tonight at 304. Tied for third in home runs at 21. Tied with Mike Trout. Look out.
And talking about home runs, the splits for Simon. Batting average wise, left-handers hitting 294, righties just 222. He's given up 9 home runs this year, 8 of them to left-handed hitters.
Gonna do some work here behind 0-2. 1-1. Cruz 5th in slugging. Cabrera, who's on the DLs all over the American League batting leaderboard. It's a big loss. 350 batting average, leads the league. Slugging leader, on base percentage leader, Miguel Cabrera. Cruz trying to tie it up and put the Mariners in a lead here. 2 outs, man at third, 1-2. Marked by Avila, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Simon trying to get him to chase the cutter, burying it down and off the plate.
Cruz bubbling just outside the top 10 in RBIs. He's got 50. Good take. He was behind 0-2. Now it's a full count. Seth Smith on deck. Great view from out in right field as we come to above the A at Safeco Field. Two outs with Jackson at third. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Last year against the Tigers, the Mariners were 2-1 here in Seattle, 2-1 in Detroit. Since 2010, Mariners are 8-7 here at home against these Tigers. Do it again. 3-2 pitch here to Cruz. Struck him out. Gonna run it to third. Can't score him. 1-0 Detroit. Welcome back, Hisashi Iwakuma. Good to have him back in the Mariner rotation. Good first inning. 1-2-3. It's Avila striking him out. So 3 comebackers. Fielded his position quite well. That's Iglesias. And a big strikeout assessed, but it's the end of the third inning. He's got 2 strikeouts on the evening. He's given up a home run to Castellanos. That's the only tally here tonight.
Well, again, he's had a good fastball for him, 89, 90 miles an hour. We've seen some good splits. Breaking ball looks a little flat.
Strike one to Victor Martinez, who flied out to center field. His Tigers in third place in the Central Division. Won the division 2011, 12, 13, and 14. Run on 2 hits for Detroit. No runs, 2 hits. Mariners have left 4 men on base. Detroit 1. 1-2. Al Kaline, Hall of Famer. Cecil Fielder. Big Daddy did some big damage for the Tigers during his days. Old Tiger Stadium. High fly ball, right field, deep. Seth Smith watches it sail out of here. Home run, Victor Martinez, his 3rd. That'll be at number 27 in a 2-0 Detroit lead. Victor's second career home run off of Iwakuma.
It was on a 1-2 pitch, and I think it was the split. We'll take a look at it. Just didn't get it far enough out of the strike zone. It was just below the strike zone as you look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing out in front of it, but he barrels it up.
Lefties can get to that pitch. J.D. Martinez bounced the shortstop. Second Pujols in home runs, 23 out of the 25. This one hit well. Center field and deep, and Jackson going to watch that one fly out of here. 1-0 pitch. J.D. Martinez goes deep for his 24th home run, 57th run batted in. So 3 jacks tonight for Detroit off Iwakuma, 3-0 Tigers. There's some Tiger fans enjoying it.
And Rick Waite's going to make a trip out to the mound. This looks like the breaking ball. And again, yeah, it is. A little slider. Really doesn't have much bite to his breaking ball tonight as J.D. Martinez barrels it up.
They got full extension there, Mike.
There's nothing cheap about that home run. You go out to center field in this ballpark, that's hitting it. And you can see he barreled it up. But a couple of the breaking balls that he's thrown have been hit out of the ballpark. One was a split, the one to Victor Martinez, but not much bite to his breaking ball, flat tonight.
Nick Castellanos, let's see what happens. This is a home run he hit back in a second. A Mariner fan, Tiger fan leaning in. Who's going to get it? Mariner fan got it. And he gives it to the Tiger fan. Well done. Jam shot on Avila. Ackley's there for the first out.
In 19 2/3 for Iwakuma this year. He's now given up 8 home runs, including the 3 tonight.
One out, 2 runs in. And here's Nick Castellanos. He took Iwakuma deep. 2 outs, nobody on an 0-1 pitch in the second inning. Up the middle, hit hard. Boy, they're teeing off of him. It's Tiger Ball Club, #1 in batting average in the American League. 5th in runs per game. 1st in hitting. 9th in home runs.
And they are 1st in batting by a pretty good margin. As a team, they're hitting .278 on the year. Kansas City is 2nd at .268.
Key. White Bay gonna heat up. Key here, you got to get ahead of them, get to the bullpen. If they get ahead of you, you're in trouble. Should be able to turn 2, get a tag and a throw, and there's the double play. Inning over, but damage done by Martinez, and Martinez solo blast, 3-0 Detroit. favoring the Tigers. Right now we take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Coming down the stretch in the first half here. 2 more games with Detroit. Angels come in for 4 biggies and then the All-Star break. Then the Mariners will fire it up on the road against the New York Yankees. It'll be 3 games there and then 4 games in Detroit. 3 night games and a day game. Then the Mariners come home. And boy, at the end of the month, Toronto and Arizona close out the home games for this month. There's Seth Smith to lead it off, followed by Logan Morrison and Dustin Ackley, 5, 6, and 7 against Alfredo Simon, who's got a 3-0 lead. Big shift on for Seth. Castellanos, third baseman, playing in short right field. We're talking about Detroit's batting. It's #1 in the big leagues. Kansas City second, the Giants, and then Toronto and Colorado.
Well, we've seen it tonight, and when you're up against a team like that, especially if they have some pop, and they do, just can't afford to make too many mistakes in the middle of the plate. And a couple of breaking balls that Iwakuma has thrown that were hit out of the ballpark, both of them middle in.
Victor went down and got the classic lefty loop zone hit, right?
Well, that split, and good at bat for Seth as he'll draw the walk. On the split that Victor hit, it was down out of the strike zone. I think in that 1-2 count, I think Iwakuma wanted to bounce it. Didn't quite get it there. I think you have to give Victor a lot of credit hitting that pitch because
he was out front
and didn't roll over on it. And he just kind of stayed with it and was able to hit it out of the ballpark. But again, I think for Iwakuma, he wanted it down. And you'll see with his split, with Iwakuma's split, a lot of times he will throw it on the plate. He's looking for that more of that downward action to it.
The boys got to pick him up here. We got a leadoff man aboard Seth Smith. Here's Logan Morrison. Hit into the shift as he led off in the second inning. And Castellanos playing in short right field to draw him out. No shift here with the man aboard. This one fouled back. Mariners with 2 hits. A Robinson Cano single to left in the first. And a 2-out single in the second inning by Brad Miller to center field. Could not check his swing. It's behind 0-2.
It looked like a split off the plate away. 85 miles an hour.
Fouled off 0-2. You're just joining us. Good news with Nelson Cruz making the All-Star team, as did Felix Hernandez. Congratulations to those gentlemen. Tigers will be looking to keep pace with Minnesota. Second place in the Central Division. Brian Dozier had a 2-run homer to beat Baltimore in Minnesota, 4-2 final in 10 innings.
Dozier had a chance to make the flop.
Good player.
Yeah.
Almost trying to generate something here. 1-2. Man aboard. No outs. did not go as they check with DJ Rayburn at third, 2-2.
I think one of the things that'll be interesting about the All-Star game, Dave, is who's going to start for the American League. I think Felix has a really good chance. For Felix, I was looking at the pitchers, the starters that have made the club, and there's a number of them that are going to pitch on Saturday, Sunday. Felix, his last outing will be on Thursday, so he'll be well rested. I think it may come down to him or David Price.
And hard and foul. Very impressive list of American League pitchers. That means some arms. Chris, let's take a look at the starters who made it. Felix, Dallas Keuchel, Chris Archer, David Price, Sonny Gray, and Chris Sale. I saw some clips of Sale the other day. Just phenomenal. Unhittable. What's he got there? Streak of 10 Ks for like 10 or more over like 9-10 games now. Incredible.
Yeah, if you've seen some of the highlights of it, he is electric right now. I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to be a left-handed hitter with him out there.
And you got no bargain as a right-handed hitter either. Slicing drive left field. Cespedes, he's there. Here's your relievers. This is an impressive group too. Kelvin Herrera, Betances, Boxberger, O'Day, Britton, Perkins, and Wade Davis. Nobody talks about Glenn Perkins, but he's only racked up 27 saves.
He's been in real well. I was watching today when the teams were announcing they were interviewing Ned Yost.
Right.
And he said that Perkins was probably going to be the guy to close the game if they were in that situation. That's how good he has been, because that list of arms right there is pretty good, including two of his own.
Sure. Ackley shows bunt. Ball one. American League club's impressive. So is the National League. It is the All-Star game. Sale did win tonight. 7-4. 2.80 ERA. Struck out 6. That string of 10 or more Ks ends, but I'm sure he was plenty devastating, even though he didn't get double digits.
You typically watch the All-Star game?
You know, I come into it like, yeah, I don't want to watch it, and I wind up watching it.
Yeah. I always have it on.
Right? I don't care. And then when I get there, the game's on.
I always have it on. It's a lot of fun.
Two and one to Ackley. Foul ball. We're talking about the All-Star game and so many great moments. Still my favorite is 71 when all those Hall of Famers went yard in Detroit. But there have been some great moments.
And that's the one when Reggie went up on the roof.
Reggie, Hammer, Clemente, Bench, that Killebrew. I mean, the line just went right down, and all these cats made the Hall of Fame. Great players. Ackley battling 2-2. Ghost going back, long run. Got some carry, slicing away. Can't get it, off the glove, knocks him down. Here comes Seth Smith. He's going to score. Ackley digging for 3. And he will get there. How about the carry on that ball hit by Dustin Ackley? Mariners have a run on the board as Ghost runs into the wall out there. An RBI triple. 3-1. Detroit lead.
And this was almost a great catch as he slams into the wall. He knew he was getting close to it, right on the end of the glove, and then he'll slam into the wall. The ball kicks away from him. Cespedes had to run over and pick it up.
First triple for Ackley. One out, a run in. Runner at third for Brad Miller. Ghost, one of the center fielders that likes to play shallow, and he took a good line on it.
You can see why.
Yeah.
And center fielders are a little bit different, but some of them they feel that they're better going back on the ball. Some of them would rather come in on it, and that's why they'll position themselves the way that they do. But when Dustin hit that, I thought they had a chance to get out of the ballpark, and he's definitely able to get back there. Time is going to be tested again. There you go.
Over his head.
Perfect.
Miller with an RBI double. Got a 3-2 ball game. Nice job by the boys at the bottom of the order. 2 for 2 night for Brad Miller. Picks up an RBI, his 25th.
We talked about it with Brad. Had a really nice road trip, hitting 367 on the road trip with 3 doubles and a couple of home runs. And he'll get a fastball. It'll be right in the middle of the plate, knee high. Solid line drive. Ghost barely had time to turn around before it hit on the warning track. And Dustin Ackley had a couple of hits yesterday. We talked about that at the start of the game. Dustin hit the ball hard a couple of times. And we talked a lot about Cano in the second half with him. But Dustin last year in the second half really swung the bat well. So he's starting to heat up.
Jeff Jones, quick visit, pitching coach. Base hit by Zunino, ties it up. A walk, a hard line out by Lomo, a triple and a double. 3-2 ball game. Bounce foul, strike one. Brad Miller takes off for third. Backhanded by Avila. No play. Stolen base for Brad. His 8th. Ties with Austin Jackson for the team lead. Austin got his 8th stolen base in the 3rd inning.
We'll take a look at Brad. He gets a really good jump. And he ran on the right pitch. Looked like a fastball, maybe the cut fastball that was just spiked. No chance for Avila to even get a throw off.
He did a remarkable job to backhand that ball.
That was 92 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Tigers have their infield in.
Some life in the bottom of the order here for the Mariners here in the 4th inning. Walk to Smith. Hard line out Lomo. Triple off the wall by Ackley. Double to deep left center field by Brad Miller. Brad steals 3rd, and now Zunino with a chance to tie it up. This will be pitch number 23 from Simon for this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes. New hitting coach Edgar Martinez is going to like to see it here in the 4th inning. Two pitch. Another great save by Avila. He's exasperated.
Yeah, he's probably not sure how he was able to catch it either. That is so hard to do, especially on a fastball. We've talked about it. When a pitcher's going to throw a fastball, you don't expect him to spike it the way that he has. You look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo in the backhanded play. That ball is coming in at 95 miles an hour.
Picking up speed off the bounce. Man.
Save a run.
2 remarkable saves he's made here. Now a 3-2 count to Zunino. Miller at 3rd.
One of the things we've been talking about is the struggles for the Tigers and their bullpen, and the way that Simon is going, they're going to get into the bullpen. He's 76 pitches working here in the fourth.
Big spot here for Zunino. Pitch. Struck him out. 2 down. Simon's 4th K. 2 away, and we'll leave it up to Jackson. Try to tie it up here. Keep your eye on the bus. Follow us from a safe distance on Twitter at Sound Transit. Beautiful night for baseball here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Roots Sports crew on hand here, back home after a 5-4 road trip for the Mariners. Definitely want to get into that pen. 12th in the American League. Their bullpen a 3.96 ERA. Meanwhile, the Royals, first place, their bullpen, which is stellar, 2.03. Austin's going to have to get it done. 0-2 count.
So far tonight, the Mariners 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. This next pitch will be 80 for Simon.
Need a knock right here. 0-2, 2 outs, runner at third, tying run, pitch. Fouled it off.
That is a tough pitch to get to. 95 miles an hour just off the inside corner. A little bit too close for Austin to take it. Good job of fouling it off.
Lane Hardy heating up. Simon ready. Here comes the 0-2. One hop to Kinsler. Mariners don't tie it up, but a good inning nonetheless as they get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and leave them in 3-2 Detroit. And the Detroit Tigers came into tonight's game 9th in home runs with 72, and they've added 3 more here tonight. Castellanos, Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez. 3 long balls off of Masashi Iwakuma. Take a Going to strike is Andrew Romine leading off here in the top of the 5th. First baseman batting out of the 8 hole, followed by Jose Iglesias and Ian Kinsler. Romine, comebacker to Iwakuma in his first at bat. Breaking ball for strike.
69-mile-an-hour curveball right there.
Ball and 2 strikes. Further flesh out that home run story by Detroit. They're number 1 in on-base percentage in the American League and 4th in slugging.
And Victor Martinez is just getting loose. I mean, he's been hurt, so that was a pretty good swing. Watching that swing again on the replay. Good strikeout for Iwakuma. His weight transfer was tremendous on that. We were talking about him not rolling over on that pitch. So many times you'll see hitters, they'll stay on their backside and almost spin on the ball. You can see his way. He just continued through the ball right there. And this great swing he put on it.
And he can do it from both sides of the plate. Here's Iglesias. He bounced back to Iwakuma. Some strikes. 0-2. Up the middle, base hit. One out base runner here in the 5th inning for Detroit. The ultimate cap for guys, complete with a built-in bottle opener. It's yours when you join us for EQC Guys Night Out this Friday at 7:10. Only $40. You'll receive the cap, a select main or terrace club level ticket, plus your first drink. So Guys Night Out tickets are available right now. Go get them. Mariners.com/guys.
Dave, you were talking about Iwakuma throwing a lot of strikes, and he has 60 pitches, 41 strikes tonight. But I think you also have to go back and look at some of the quality of those strikes. And even on that last pitch, it had 0-2 through the split. Wasn't able to bury it, left it in the middle of the plate, probably right at the knees, and gave Iglesias an opportunity to hit the ball hard. And with this club and the way that they can swing it, you can't afford to make too many of those mistakes.
So here we are, 1 out in the 5th. What do you figure? You give him 6?
Iwakuma?
Yeah.
I think he's in good shape right now. 61 pitches. I think right now the score is going to probably dictate that more than where he is at and how he's feeling.
Nice play. Going to go around the horn. Cano finishes. Double play. Nicely done by Kyle Seager to start that twin killing. Coming up for the Mariners when we return. Seager, who just made the fine play, leads things off, followed by Robinson Cano and Nelson Cruz. You're the third baseman. Talk to me.
Well, I've said it a lot with Kyle, how good he is, and that's not an easy play. The backhand, the ball is smashed down there, one hopper. But the thing that's amazing to me is it's not the fact that he was able to catch, but how quickly he gets rid of the ball and how accurately he throws it. And I've talked to Chris Woodward about it a bunch, and he says the same thing, that Kyle is one of the best he's seen doing that. And I think a lot of it, for me, is Kyle's time playing second base, turning double plays, and how quickly he's able to do it. But he typically, if he gets his glove to it, he's going to make the catch. But you can really take it to the bank that he's going to make an accurate throw.
I like what you said there about the fact that he played second base. He can appreciate what is necessary, what Cano or whoever's playing second, what they need, where they need it, how they need it on his throw.
Right, and I think if you talk to the really good second baseman, and Cano obviously is in that category, a lot of times people talk about, well, where they want the ball and where they want the ball to be fed to them, and whether they like it belt high, chest high, to their glove side, whatever it may be. You talk to the really good ones, and they'll tell you will tell you the same thing. Just get it to me, and they'll take care of the rest of it. Fortunately for Cano, Kyle not only gets rid of it quickly, but it's an accurate, easy throw to handle.
Jumps on a breaking ball, hits it to right field. J.D. Martinez there, one out. Time now for a Century Link What's Next. Young Kyle Ryan takes on Taijuan Walker. You gotta love what Taijuan Walker has done, where he's come from. Great spring, rocky start in the regular season, and he has been gangbusters. That ERA was 10 and change. It's down to 4.34.
He's done that over the last month, 5 weeks, with the way that he has pitched. Now, the other thing you like right there, 90 strikeouts, 26 walks for him.
There you
He's
go.
been very aggressive with his fastball. He's had an excellent changeup this year. I think as he continues to progress, we're going to see his breaking ball a little bit more. But right now, he's been dominant with his fastball.
Give you an idea how good his Cano stands in. Taijuan's been last 7 starts, 6-1 record, a 1.68 ERA, 5 straight wins. Cano 1 for 2, base hit.
The other part about it, what we've seen, Dave, and you and I both have talked about it with Taijuan, is he's out there and it seems he has an edge to him, and he's competing hard.
Robbie, base hit into the gap. His second hit tonight.
And he puts a good swing on it. This looks like a split. It's down just 86 miles an hour. You can see it starting to move down where Avila was going to catch it almost on the ground, but he stays with it, drives it into the gap in right center. Starting to heat up. It's a good sign for the Mariners.
You know it. Bud McClendon attending a funeral sister, but for the last few weeks, our 3, 4, 5 guys that get paid to drive in runs, they got to start driving in runs.
Well, and he's absolutely right. When you look at this club and the struggles that they've had, Nelson certainly has done his part. He's had just a terrific first half of the season. But you have to have those guys, and if you get all 3 of them going at the same time, and that would really help the situation.
I know you get the same thing. How many times are you talk to buddies, doing talk shows, or see how the broadcasters or writers when they come to town? What the heck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Every now and then I throw, that's baseball, and then I try to get out of the way when they throw something at me.
Well, the thing about it is they're certainly aware of it. Look, this is the 83rd game of the season. You're past the midway point. The numbers are right there to tell you what the situation is and where the struggles have been. This is skied.
Ghost coming in. Take a look at the Delta Airlines keep climbing standings as the sun begins its sunset here in Seattle. There's still plenty of time. I mean, a lot of people don't want to hear it, but like you just said it, this is game 83.
It's game 83. They're just past the midway point. You look at that right there, and for me, looking at it, get back to 500 and try to get there as quickly as you can, and then you have something to build on. Until you get to that point, the rest of it, you don't need to even look at it, but that is what they need to start winning series and grinding on that part of it to get back to 500. That's the first thing that they need to do.
The other way, base hit, Seth Smith. Iglesias runs the cover third. The Mariners had 2 on and 2 out. Last time the Mariners got to 500, they were 23-23. Since then, they've gone 15-21.
Take a look at this swing going the other way. Tigers had the shift on. Yeah, we've seen Seth when he was with Oakland. We saw him when he was with San Diego. Colorado, mostly pinch hitting there. Getting an opportunity to watch him work on an everyday basis. He will give you a professional at bat every time he walks up there.
So true. Long at bats, fouls off, gets his pitch. We're talking about 3, 4, 5. Got to get Lomo hot again, too.
I just think with Seth, he's just been so consistent this year with his approach and the way he's gone about his business.
1-1 to Morrison. Lined out hard to left center field. Cespedes tracked it down. He's 0 for 2. Two on, 2 out here in the 5th. Mariners down 3-2. Tigers have hit 3 home runs. Castellanos, Victor, and J.D. Martinez.
The Mariners have continued to put pressure on Simon. They've had runners in scoring position in 4 of the 5 innings.
So Lomo go to work 2-0 here. Mariners got a couple runs in the 4th. RBI triple by Ackley. Miller followed with a run-scoring double. Couldn't bring that tying run in, and now the Mariners threaten again here in the 5th. You want that bullpen. You want to get to that Tiger bullpen. 12th in the American League. 3.96 ERA. 2-0. Strike 1 to Logan. He was doing some intense videotape studying before the game today. Dustin Ackley on deck. Hack attack 1 for 2. Got his first triple of the season.
Come on, Lobo! Come on, man!
2-1. Bounce foul.
See 94 pitches now for Simon. His season high is 111. He's hit that mark a couple of times.
We've not had an issue with the timing, between pitches. He's got to be pushing it here, Simon.
No, I agree with you.
Right?
Well, the thing that is amazing to me with pitchers sometimes, and if you watch him tonight, he basically has had a good fastball, 94, 95. He's thrown a cutter at around 90 and a split.
Right.
How long does it take to pick one of those 3?
That's the quandary. We're already 20 seconds into since he received the ball back from Avila. I mean,
he has passed from runners on. He's been over 30 every time.
Peyton Manning would have run 3 plays by now.
And Logan finally calls timeout.
I don't blame him. Logan called timeout until at the 38-second mark. And that's after he got the ball.
Well, as a hitter, it's smart to call timeout. You're ready to go. You're ready to go. And the longer you just stand there, you're going to start to tense up.
Sure.
So call timeout.
Veteran move. Make him pay for it. Launch one here. 3-2. 2 out. 2 on. Runners go. High fly ball. Right center field. Ghost going back. Getting up, baby. Don Lobo with a 3-run homer.
talked about it with Simon, and he'd given up 9 home runs this year, 8 of them to left-handed hitters. And I thought that last pitch was probably a pretty good example of it. We tried to go with the cut fastball and left it out over the plate, did not get it in on his hands. And Logan was able to barrel it up.
That was outstanding. Got the foot down in time. There's the barrel. Good follow through. Beautiful. This guy's going to catch it with a white cap. Got it. Oh, they knocked the glasses out of the other fella's hands. Beaten up in the bullpen, Ian Kroll, 46. And number 30, Alex Wilson. Popped up. Playable. First baseman Romine is there. Damage aplenty with 2 outs. A 3-run jack by Logan Morrison, and the Mariners have a 5-3 lead. Home run in 4 days, and this was a big one. 3-2 pitch, 2 on, 2 outs. Goodbye. And he's fired up, as well he should be. In the dugout, loving it.
That is a great reaction right there.
Kuma's got the lead now, 5-3, top 6. He's got Cespedes, Victor Martinez, and J.D. Martinez. Cespedes tonight, 0 for 2. A comeback to Kuma and a strikeout. Having an outstanding year. 3rd in double, 6th in hits in the American League. Oof. That ball's really hit. Goodness gracious. Man, he tortured that pitch. That's 4 home runs hit by Detroit tonight for Cespedes, his 11th home run. 45th RBI. Yikes.
One of the things that we talk about all the time is if you're going to give up home runs, solo home runs won't hurt you. But Iwakuma, he's starting to test that theory. 4 solo home runs in this one. And again, it's a split. Didn't quite get it down.
Another Cerveza, please. Let the can fall in, the cup fell, and that's the 4th time Cespedes has taken Iwakuma out of the park.
Joe Beimel starting to get loose.
I was just about to say before he went into 3-2-1 launch mode, you'd like to see a 0 put up against 2-3-4, but you know it's the #1 hitting team in baseball.
No, you're right, and let's not forget this is his first outing back, and I didn't expect him to go throw a shutout today.
Oh no, by no stretch of the imagination. But
I think that his command is something that he will start to clean up the more that he gets to pitch, and he's in good shape with his pitch count, just 67 pitches. White Bay getting loose.
Line drive, base hit off the bat of Victor Martinez, tying run aboard. Victor 2 for 3. Saw action in the Mariner pen.
Looking at the scorecard for Iwakuma, he's only had 1 runner in scoring position, and that was Ghost when he hit the triple. Outside of that, it's just been the solo home runs.
Home runs by Castellanos, Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez, and Yoenis Cespedes.
Zadino making a trip out to the mound. I think he's just buying some time for the bullpen. And Trent Jewett out of the dugout.
Trent will be filling in the next 3 days, next 2 days now. Floyd McClendon away back home in Indiana. So Kuma's night done after 5 innings plus, gave up 4 home runs allowed, the most he's allowed in a game in his big league career. It's going to leave with the lead at 5-4, but the Tigers threaten here in the 6th. Has exited the ballgame with a 5-4 lead here in the 6th inning against the #1 hitting team in baseball, the Detroit Tigers. Look at his line.
Yeah, a career high 4 home runs allowed in this one, all of them solo home runs. 5+ for him. He gave up 8 hits, did not walk anybody, 3 strikeouts. He threw 68 pitches, 47 of those for strikes. And we'll take a look at Guaipe and what he has done. Only major league appearance against the Yankees. He went 2 1/3, did not give up a hit, had a couple of strikeouts in that one.
If I remember, he threw the ball really well. Good fastball. Well, he's got J.D. Martinez here to run in or runner on. Martinez, a hot hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a homer. Wow, base hit up the middle. They've not hit anything softly, have they?
No. This is on a first pitch fastball, and it is right down the middle, 92 miles an hour. As you look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo in the swing, as he barrels it up.
Killing Me Softly is not one of their theme songs. Alex Avila. By the way, for Mr. J.D. Martinez, 11 home runs since June 21st. It's more than the Padres, Pirates, and Braves, and tied with the Marlins and White Sox. Give you an idea how hot he is.
Not many opportunities for the Tigers tonight to hit with runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 1. Again, it was a triple by Gose. That was back in the second inning with 2 outs.
Guipe called up just 2 days ago from Tacoma. Spent 9 minor league seasons in the Mariners system. Signed as a non-drafted free agent back on October 11 of 2006. 23-22 record. 31 saves. Third base coach Dave Clark for the Tigers. He is as far down the line as I've seen any third base coach. One-time Pirate. Bases are loaded. Nick Castellanos is going to be the hitter. He's 2 for 2 with a homer and a single. Quick visit from Rick Waits. Tigers putting immediate pressure right back on the Mariners after the Mariners get the 3-run homer from Logan Morrison to take the lead.
Tigers as a team are hitting .333 with the bases loaded this year.
Two for 2 night for Castellanos. Bases loaded and nobody out. Your runners, Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez, and Alex Avila. Ball 1.
Six pitches, 1 strike.
Up the middle, base hit. Victor Martinez scores. J.D. Martinez right behind him. No throw from center field. And just like that, the Tigers are back in front 6-5. And here comes Trent Jewett. 3 RBI night for Castellanos. A 3 for 3 performance thus far. And the Tigers answer back in a hurry. Pitching change coming up. David Rollins will make his Safeco Field debut when we get back. Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. If the Mariners win, mention Mariners for a free Jumbo Jack with purchase tomorrow at Jack in the Box. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more in car insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Harbor Island, a little bit southwest of us. See the big wheel straight ahead. Very pleasant night for baseball. Right now, rock'em sock'em affair between the Mariners and the Tigers. Mariners get 2 runs in the home fourth, 3 in the fifth. But now the answer has been countered by these Tigers with 3 runs here, and there's nobody out. Runners at first and second here in the 6th.
Kyle Seager, Logan Morrison expecting a bunt right here with Ghost, the left-handed hitter. See them both playing in on the corners.
Home run Cespedes, single Martinez, single J.D. Martinez, walk to load him up, 2-run single Castellanos. Goes off, fouled off of Zunino's mask. Brad Ausmus, second-year manager of the Tigers. He wants Ghost to move Avila and Castellanos up a base. Popped it up. Seager, no. Everybody's safe. It'll be a base hit.
Kyle trying to make the catch in the air and just not able to get to it.
That is a tough break. With the 7th man to the plate, 3 runs in and nobody out. Andrew Romine 0 for 2. Bases loaded. One to Romine.
You can close the book on Iwakuma. 5+ innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned.
One-0 from Rollins. Foul off. These guys can counter punch quickly. One. Iwakuma left with the lead. Not a factor now. David Rollins in his Safeco Field debut, major league debut, a couple of days ago in Oakland. 1-2. Base hit right field. That'll get 1 run home. Everybody else moves up a base. Scoring on a play is Avila. .75 base hit for Romine, RBI number 7.
And with this base hit, the Tigers now 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. You see the location of that last pitch. Good fastball at 96 miles an hour, but in the middle of the plate.
You've called it a couple, 3 times. It better be quality pitches.
You look at this club again coming into the game hitting .278. That number going up already, 12 hits in the ball game. And you have to be able to throw quality strikes to them. And they look like they are definitely hunting the fastball. And if they get something in the middle of the plate, they're not going to sit there and watch it.
Number 1 hitting team in baseball. A 1 pitch. Iglesias off the fist. Seager cut it off. Get a force there. No double play. Another run scores. Scoring on the play was Castellanos. Want to win tickets to Nelson Cruz bobblehead night this Saturday against the Angels? Text Cruz to 71532. 71532. You can win 2 tickets in the commissioner's box, plus your very own 7-inch collectible of the All-Star. One out, runners at the corners. Ninth man to the plate. So we get back to the top of the order. Ian Kinsler. 0 for 3, 2 flyouts to left and bounced into a double play. Way outside, ball 1. Boy, this has been a rough inning. 5 on the board here in the 6th. Detroit by the numbers in this inning. 8 batters, 7 have reached base, 6 hits, 5 runs scored, and 1 walk. One 0. Anthony goes at third. You've got Iglesias at first. 1 out, a 1-1 count here to Ian Kinsler. Eight 5 Detroit lead. 1-2 pitch from Marlins, back safely as Iglesias. One-two pitch. Miller, Cano, 1, and they turn the double play. A lot of damage done as 9 men come to the plate. Detroit. What's 5 on the board? Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Brad Miller, Mike Zunino, and Austin Jackson. Tigers in front, 8-5.
Ford Sports Desk. The Reds will host the Midsummer Classic for the first time since 1988. We told you Felix is going. Nelson Cruz has been named a starter. These are the rest of the reserves for the American League. A couple of them in the other dugout. You've got Jose Iglesias, who's coming back from the stress fractures, and then JD Martinez, one of the outfielders as well for the AL. But, guys, interesting when these teams are announced, everybody's talking more about who didn't make it, the Alex Rodriguez's of the world.
Yeah, we always have that at this time of year, Angie. Thank you very much. Fred Miller fouls one into the glove of Bill. 1-1. The Mariners knocked back on their heels in the top half of this inning. Got to rally again. It's 8-5 Detroit. Mariners hit a 3-run inning in the fifth. Detroit comes back with 5 runs on 6 hits. Kinsler throwing out Miller. Brandon had an RBI double. Previous at bat, he's 2 for 3.
We've been talking about the Mariners trying to get into the bullpen of the Tigers, and I thought maybe they had done that. Simon now at 103 pitches. They're going to let him go. They do have a couple of relievers getting loose.
You feel Brad Ausmus's reluctance?
Yeah, a little bit, but I do a little bit. You've read the numbers. They're not good for the bullpen, so.
Tapper goes foul. Zunino 0 for 2, ground out, strikeout. Wayne Hardy, number 65, and Alex Wilson, number 30. The one to Mike Zunino. Sweeping, breaking ball, 1-2. There's David Price. Tweeted out his dissatisfaction with the visitors' mound in the bullpen at had to have been about 1:30, 2 o'clock, because I was talking to some friends in Detroit and they were asking me about it. I told them I didn't know what you were talking about. Catcher Avila can't find it. The pitcher hangs with it and makes the play. Two outs. Wear what the pros wear and pick up the Stars and Stripes Diamond Era on-field cap. Purchase the special edition cap at any of the 5 Mariner Team Store locations. Top of the order in Austin Jackson. 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base tonight. Back up the middle, base hit for Austin. Ausmus has seen enough. He wants a lefty with Seager and Cano coming up next. 8-5 Detroit. The pitcher's going to be Blaine Hardy.
Bottom of the 6th, need 3 to tie. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Just when you thought you were done voting for All-Stars, MLB needs you just one more time. It is called the Final Vote, and this is a list of 5 put together by the skippers for the All-Star game, and these are the 5 players that you can vote for. Xander Bogaerts, Yoenis Cespedes in the other dugouts, Brian Dozier, Brett Gardner, and Mike Moustakas. But really, guys, do the Kansas City Royals need a 7th All-Star selection? I think not. You can go to MLB.com until Friday at 1 o'clock Pacific. Guys, back upstairs to you.
Those are all good candidates. Really are.
Well, you see Dozier with his 16 home runs. I know going in today he was leading the American League in extra base hits and runs scored.
Good walk-off homer tonight. Pride of Edmonds, Washington, Blaine Hardy takes over for the Tigers. In his college career at University of Portland, transferred to Bellevue Community College, later to Lewis Clark State College. Helped the Warriors win the NAIA title in '08. That's one of 16 titles they've won at that institution. Swing and a miss by Seager. Kyle for 2 of the walk tonight. RBIs coming from the bottom of the order. Logan Morrison batting 6th, a 3-run homer in the 5th. Ackley batting 7th, RBI triple in the 4th, and Miller batting behind him, double home Ackley. Then the Tigers, 5 runs on 6 hits, 9 men to the plate, 6th inning. Simon goes 5 2/3, gives up 8 hits. Off the mask of catcher. 1-2. 2 outs, 1 on. Alex Avila, with the hockey mask, is wearing a standard mask a couple of years ago.
Watching Joe West giving him some time to walk in front of him. He was holding up 3 fingers. You can see him laughing about it now.
Joe did a nice solid to a young man behind the net. Walked over and handed him a ball. The kid wasn't even looking, but he just put it right in front of him. Nasty pitch, strikes out Seager, ends the Mariners' 6th. They strand a runner. We move to inning number 7 with Detroit ahead 8-5. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew here. Top of the 7th, Tigers, #1 hitting team in baseball with an 8-5 lead on this lovely evening in Seattle. Our CenturyLink What's Next? Kyle Ryan against Taijuan Walker. Tomorrow's tilt will be on the air at 6:30. Looking authority to that. Taijuan Walker has been just fabulous. He's won 5 consecutive ball games. Last 7 starts, a 6-1 record, a 1.68 ERA. David Rollins continues on here. Yoenis Cespedes. Full-bodied swing, strike 1. He homered on a 1-1 pitch. And I'm telling you, it reached the pen in nanoseconds. Rollins ahead. 0-2. Cespedes, Victor Martinez, and J.D. Martinez. 2-3-4 here in the 7th inning. Cano can't make the play, base hit.
Well, they were playing him to pull, and this ball is over on the left side of second base. Cespedes can run. I think Robbie was trying to get rid of it quickly and just left it right there behind him.
13th hit for Detroit. Brings up Victor Martinez, switch hitter. Got right-handed for the first time this evening. What a night. Fly to center, homer to right, and a base hit to right. Scored 2 runs. Victor is a right-hand hitter, hitting .405 with a homer and 8 runs batted in and 42 at bats. 23 of 42.
Rollins had a good fastball tonight. He's going to top out at 96. It's one of the things that the Mariners really liked about him in spring training.
Rollins just reinstated July 4th following suspension for violation MLB's Joint Drug Prevention and Treatment Program. Rule 5 pickup from Houston. One and 2 to Victor. Houston won at Cleveland 9-4 tonight. Scoring here. Detroit on the board in the 2nd inning. A Castellanos home run. Top of the 4th. 2 more home runs back to back. Victor and J.D. Martinez homer. Mariners answer with 2 in the bottom of the 4th. RBI triple Ackley, RBI double Miller. And when things really got interesting, as Victor's night continues. Man, oh man, 3 for 4. He is back with a vengeance. Bottom of the 5th, the Mariners got a dramatic 2-out 3-run homer from Logan Morrison to take the lead, but then gave it right back in the 6th. Tigers put 5 up on the board. Here's Detroit knocking on the door again. That was the 14th hit. Brings up J.D. Martinez, 2 for 3, a homer, a single, 2 runs scored. That power to right field. Hit it hard. Base of the fence. Cespedes around 3rd. He'll score. Victor Martinez will hold it 2nd. RBI single by J.D. Martinez. 2 RBIs tonight. 3 consecutive hits. And it's now a 9-5 Detroit lead.
Well, we've been talking about it again. Here's the first pitch fastball. Yes, it's 95 miles an hour, but it's middle away. Where his power is at.
Rare influence. Heard a lot of people talking about how J.D. Martinez is nice, you know, nice young player over in Houston. He has blossomed big time here in Detroit. Here's Avila. out, runners at first and second. 1-1 count.
Joe Beimel getting loose in the pen.
Pitch. In there for a strike. Ryan Assessments, what a night he's had. 2 for 4. Misses inside to avail it. 2-2. Three consecutive hits to start this 7th inning. Two and two. Outside, full count. Castellanos on deck. 3 for 3 for Nick. Homer, single, 2-run single. Three and two. Do it again. Number 7 coming up. Kinsler, Avila, and Ghost. Only Tigers not to drive in a run. 3-2. Need a strikeout. Pitch. Line drive. Left field. Ackley plays it on a hop. Everybody moves up 90 feet.
And it looks like Rick Waits is going to come out of the dugout. One of the things that we've seen tonight, Dave, is this Tigers team up and down the line from the top to the bottom as they are going to get on the fastball. They're ready to hit a fastball from the time they leave the on-deck circle.
It shows.
It shows, yeah. I mean, you look at it, you mentioned they were first in on-base percentage. They're 8th in blocks, so they're basically going up there and hitting their way through it. 278 team average, which is going to go up. That was the 16th hit of the night. But you can just see how aggressive they are on the fastball early.
Hey, make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave each month. One lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Refresherator just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. They can swing the bat. #1 hitting team in Major League Baseball. They can really hit.
I think the biggest thing too is we've talked about it before. You go up there as a hitter, you're trying to get a good pitch to hit, and they don't care if it's the first pitch or the 5th pitch in the at-bat. There it is again, another fastball in the middle of the plate, and you can see him swinging at it. They're not taking any pitches that are on the plate.
4 consecutive hits here against Rollins in the 7th inning. Bases are loaded, nobody out. We've said that, what, 3-4 times tonight.
They are 5 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. Good changeup.
1-2. Cano can't get it. Another base hit and another run. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Prior to that base hit, with their action, that their work tonight, they'd raised their batting average to 281 from 278.
Castellanos having a night, 4 for 4, including a home run. He's scored a couple of runs, and he's driven in 4. Brent Jewett out of the dugout. He's going to make a pitching change.
Marlins home debut, not a good one. They bring in the veteran Joe Beimel when we come back. And some major damage being done by the Tigers, and they're doing it without Miguel Cabrera, who's out till mid-August. New pitcher for the Mariners. Their fourth tonight's going to be Joe Beimel.
This will be an interesting matchup with Joe Beimel. Joe can certainly throw his breaking ball and his changeup for strikes when he wants to. Typically works on the edge of the plate. Well, this will be interesting to see if things are a little bit different for Joe. His 24th appearance, 3.09 ERA, 11 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 23 1/3. Opponents hitting .232 against Joe.
So you get J.D. Martinez at third, Villa at second, Castellanos at first. Anthony Gose, a couple of hits tonight. Strike one. One, two. Pitch. Hold on.
And you can see Joe working the edges of the plate. He's been paying attention to what's going on. And even though Gose swung at the first two fastballs, they were both just off the outside corner.
Big night offensively is Justin Verlander. Got knocked knocked around in yesterday's game against Toronto. And goes. Strikeout victim. 1 out here in the 7th. Going to bring up Andrew Romine. 1 for 3 RBI single last time up. That was in the 6th.
We talked about the Tigers tonight, how aggressive they've been on the fastball. And Joe, all of those pitches just off the edges of the plate, finally able to put them away with a breaking ball in the dirt.
Through the hole. Another run scores. Everybody else up 90 feet. 11-5. Romine RBI, his 2nd tonight, his 8th of the season.
And a first pitch fastball down in the middle of the plate. Finds a hole on the left side of the infield.
So in the 6th inning, Detroit sent 9 men to the plate, 5 runs on 6 hits. Here's the 8th man to the plate here in the 7th inning, Jose Iglesias. Bases loaded, 1 out. 11-5 Tigers. Strike 1 from Joe.
The only Tiger without a hit is Kinsler tonight.
Ball 1 from Joe.
You see it, 18 hits.
Bill at 3rd, Castellanos at 2nd. Romine at 1st. Two and 1. So bases are loaded. There's Alex Avila, catcher. Nick Castellanos, the 3rd baseman. He's at 2nd, and at 1st, Andrew Romine, the 1st baseman. 8th man to the plate, Iglesias. Got to throw him a strike. Last inning in a 3rd for Detroit. 12 hits, 11 singles, a homer, 8 runs scored. Kinsler's on deck. Hit well. Right center field. That'll be enough to score the runner at 3rd. Avila said Smith gets to it, makes the play. Advancing from 2nd to 3rd is Castellanos. RBI for Iglesias, his 2nd of the night. 2 away. Boy, they have really done a number tonight. Here's Kinsler. 2nd time in as many innings. He's the 9th man to the plate. Runners at 1st and 3rd now.
Fortunately, we haven't seen too many of these games this year, Dave. The Mariners pitching staff typically aren't going to give up this many hits. 18 hits again here in the 7th.
Smith coming in. Is there to make the play. More damage done. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left. Ouch. 12-5 Tigers. Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list. Play today. It has been a long night for the Mariner pitching staff. They have taken a pounding here. 12 runs on 18 hits by the Tigers, the #1 hitting team in baseball. 12-5 lead as we go to the home seventh. Wayne Hardy continues on in relief of Alfredo Simon. Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz, and Seth Smith, 3-4-5 here. Tigers in the last 2 innings have put up 9 runs and 11 hits. Five in the 6th, 4 in the 7th.
Good news for the Mariners. Cano continues to heat up. 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3 tonight.
To Robbie. Base hit to left in the 1st inning, fly out to center in the 3rd, and the base hit to right in the 5th. Nicely played by Ian Kinsler, 1 away. Up All-Star Nelson Cruz 0 for 3 tonight. Top foul. Tigers entered tonight's ball game coming off a 4-5 homestand. Favorites to win the American League Central. They had first place early on in the month, and now entered today 3rd in the division. As Cruz strikes out for the 3rd time tonight, he's 0 for 4, 2 away. Second strikeout for Blaine Hardy. 18 hits for the Tigers, the most Detroit score has had in a game against Seattle since the 14th of August back in the year 2000, when they also had 18 hits and a 15-4 win. Ball 1 to Seth. Strikeout, walk, and a run scored. Base hit and a run scored.
Tigers have the shift on again. Seth was able to pick up his base hit going the other way. We start to see him do that a little bit more. Hit the ball the other way. I know the years that we had always seen Seth when he was with Oakland and San Diego, he really pulled the ball a lot, and that's the reason why they set the defenses the way that they do. But this year it seems that he's starting to hit the ball the other way more.
The game we talked about last time, the Tigers had 18 hits. August 14th, 2000. Brad Ausmus, a member of the Tigers, went 1 for 3 in that game. He's now second-year manager. There's Brad. 1-2 pitch outside. Already ready with the 2-2 pitch. 2 out, nobody on. Struck him out. 1-2-3 to the Mariners in the 7th. Detroit, a 12-5 lead. Mariners will wrap up this homestand against the Angels. Time for Alexa's pitching matchup. Long time ago, these starters took the mound. Here's what they did.
Almost identical. You can see 5 2/3 for Simon. 5 innings tonight for Iwakuma. His first start since coming back from the disabled list. Both of them giving up 5 runs tonight. Iwakuma only throwing 68 pitches compared to the 109 for Simon.
Beimel continues. Cespedes leading off 0-1. High fly ball, deep left center field. Jackson has it under control. 1 out. Cespedes with 2 hits tonight, including a line drive home run. One of the harder balls we've seen hit this year. Bring up Victor Martinez. After flying out to center field to end the first inning. Led off the 4th with a homer to right. 6th inning, single to right. 7th inning, single to center. We were marveling at how Billy Burns is attacking first pitch. This whole team is attacking first pitch. Billy Burns with Oakland.
Yeah, if it's a fastball and it's anywhere near the plate, they're getting their hacks in, that's for sure. mentioned it a couple times. All of this without Cabrera in the lineup.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm looking up that number. I look at 18 and I'm thinking, man, he's the #1 hitter probably on the planet. Never without him. And they're not, certainly tonight, they're not skipping a beat. This guy's not too far behind, huh?
He's catching up in a hurry.
4 consecutive hits by Victor Martinez. He's got 2 from both sides, too. Whether it's the radar gun or the thermostat, Wednesday afternoon is registering in the 90s. Join us for a midweek matinee at Safeco Field. Mariners will wrap up the series against the Tigers. Special 12:40 start time. So get ready to enjoy Mariner baseball under the summer sun. Get your tickets at mariners.com. J.D. Martinez. See that Cabrera influence, right?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about with him and his power being to right field. Cabrera, the same thing. Obviously, they have power to all fields, but they rarely stay through the ball and are geared out towards right center field. For him, he's had a home run to center, hit a ball at the base of the wall and right.
Seager goes to Cannell. That's all they'll get. 2 away. Alex Avila will be the hitter. He is 1 for 3, scored twice. Ian Kroll. Looks like he'll be the next pitcher for Tigers. Strike 1 from Joe Bundle. Houston Ball Club won again tonight. Beat Cleveland at Cleveland 9-4. There's a strike. Angels will be coming in for 4 after Detroit leaves, and Angels fresh off just blowing out Texas at Texas. Sweeping the series down there. Scored 30+ runs. Strikeout of Avila. No damage done in the 8th. 12-5 Tigers.
for Twitter Tuesday. You're going to have 5 chances to win exciting prizes. We're going to be posting questions, and we want to hear from you. So make sure you watch and follow us on Twitter at RootsSports_NW. For giveaway rules, just visit rootsports.com. Also tomorrow, it's going to be Taijuan Walker against the Tigers' Kyle Ryan. Taijuan is 6-1 in his last 7 starts. He will be making his first career start against the Motor City Kitties. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Tough night for the Mariners this evening. Detroit led 3-0. Mariners battled back, take a 5-3 lead. Since then, Detroit scored the last 9 runs as you look at Ian Kroll.
Only 9 in the third, but he's struggled. 6 walks, only hitting .324, and 9 in the third. He's given up 4 home runs.
Logan Morrison, Dustin Ackley, and Brad Miller against Kroll.
Mark Trumbo has come out on deck. He will hit for Ackley. And it looks like Carson Smith is getting loose in the pen.
Logan Morrison had a huge 3-run homer in the 5th inning, and man, did things look good there. Mariners had a 5-3 lead. But before he got back from the refrigerator, Tigers put a 5 spot up in the 6th inning to regain the lead. Morrison 1 for 3 tonight. A home run, his 11th, and his RBI total to 31. The Lomo fan club.
Still having a good time.
Yes, they are. 2-2.
Talking about it earlier in the ballgame day, that getting Logan moving in the right direction. Maybe that home run will get him started again. Logan with his 11th home run.
Homer 3 days ago at Oakland. Came into tonight's game riding an 0 for 11. He's broken that tonight. Three and 2. Lung power. 3 and 2 to Logan. Popped it up. Long run for Iglesias. Pitcher helping out, but Iglesias had it all the way. 1 out. Well, at least this guy's got on TV.
High fives all around.
Oh man, Mark Trumbo is going to pinch hit. Dustin Ackley.
Dustin finished up 1 for 3 tonight. Scored a run, drove in a run. Had a triple in the 4th inning.
It through the hole, broke his bat, base hit for Mike Trumbo. Good for Mark, just 2 for 19 on the road trip.
Little inside out swing on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. playing into pull, so the entire right side of the infield was open, and that ground ball worked its way into right for a base hit. Glad Miller having a good night. 2 for 3, has a double, stole a base, driven in a run.
One out, one on. Right a little late there. Strike one. Picking up his 13th double tonight, 25th run batted in. Oh and 2. First, Ian Cole, second year with Detroit after spending a 13 season in Washington. Field 2. One out here in the 8th. 2 strikes. Get the front end, and they get the back end. Quick release, just like Justin Verlander was telling me about Iglesias. He can get the ball out of the glove in a heartbeat. 12-5 Tigers.
Northwest fan in the state of Alaska, then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of July. Send us a photo and story using the hashtag UltimateNWFanAK or by email at ultimatefan@rootsports.com, and you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in October, a personalized jersey, and much more. For all the official rules, just go to rootsports.com. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here with you. For the 6th time, Felix Hernandez has been named an All-Star. And that's important because that breaks the tie with Randy Johnson for most by a Mariners pitcher. And, well, let's see. Felix Hernandez is going to join Chris Archer, Sonny Gray, Chris Sale, David Price, and Dallas Keuchel as starting pitchers. As far as the relievers for the American League, well, you've got a host of them as well, including 2 Kansas City Royals in Kelvin Herrera and also Wade Davis. A reminder that you can still, guys, go to MLB.com to vote on the final vote. Back to you.
Angie, thank you. Here's Miller charging, and a nice play. to throw out Castellanos, and it's about time because Nick was 4 for 4 with 4 runs batted in. Carson Smith, the new pitcher. Felix started last year's All-Star game. As you mentioned, Mike, the way his schedule breaks out, he could very easily be the starter again this year for Ned Yost.
I think it would be great.
Yeah, no doubt. Anthony Gose, center fielder.
I think the main thing with Felix too is you put him on that kind of stage and he's just so entertaining. You know, as a pitcher, he's so much fun to watch. Looking at those American League All-Star relievers, Wade Davis, a 0.25 ERA.
Just remarkable. And when they were here a couple of weeks ago, I was chatting with him, and I'm standing next to him, and from a distance, I thought he was 6'2". He's like 5'10" and change. Couldn't believe it. So where are you getting all that power from, man? Just pointed to his hips. Good leg drive.
He throws hard, that's for sure.
Oof. That's some bullpen they have. We'll see Kansas City again in September. Midweek series. 3 night games in Kansas City. Final road trip of the season. Nice pitch by Carson Smith, 2 down.
Off speed pitch. Take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Gose. He was really late.
We'll see these Tigers again starting 2 weeks from tonight. 3 night games and a day game in Detroit. That'll be the second half of the opening road trip. Second half of the season. 3 in New York, 4 in Detroit. 0-9. Chops on foul, 1-1. One day Carson Smith could be in that American League All-Star relief corps roster. Two and 2. Two and 2, 2 out. Breaking ball, got him looking. Nice hitting. Carson Smith goes 1, 2, 3. Last stops for the Mariners in the 9th. 12-5 Detroit.
Delta Airlines. We will listen in on acting manager Trent Jewett after this one. Jen is in the clubhouse talking to the players, and former Mariner Jason Bay joins Brad Adam in center field, and we'll update you on the All-Star teams. Right now, we get you back upstairs to Dave and Mike, guys.
There's a Tiger fan who's pretty excited. My goodness, that's good. Some good artwork there. It's like being at the fair. Bruce Rondon takes over. Big kid out of Valencia, Venezuela, same hometown as Felix Hernandez.
Only 3 1/3 for him so far. 5 strikeouts, a couple of walks.
6'3", 275. He looks like one of those guys. Had he been born in the United States, and some coach would have seen him, hey kid, what are you doing tomorrow? Hit that offense, hit that line slide.
I know that first pitch was an easy 95.
Sure was. Nino, Jackson, and Seager here in the ninth. Nasty breaking ball. Ball, 2 strikes. Pitching staff has made Alex Avila work tonight, that's for sure. Two and two. Tigers got off to the early lead in the second inning, added to it in the fourth, had a 3-0 lead. Here come the Mariners with 2 runs in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and a Lomo home run. They haven't scored since. Tigers 5 in the sixth, 4 in the seventh. Savino strikes out, 1 down here in the ninth. Top of the order, Austin Jackson. Base hit the centers last time up. Strike 1 at 90. It is easy, isn't it? 96.
That's easy. It looks like he has a pretty good slider, too. Last pitch that he threw to Mike Zunino. It's a good one. Just off the outside corner. To keep it down. And we've been talking about it throughout the game, the troubles they've had in their bullpen. Why not go with this guy? He looks like he's pretty good.
I hear you.
Miles an hour on the outside corner. Didn't get the call.
Young man's 24 years old. 30 games with the Tigers last year. 1-2 record, a 3.45 ERA.
Well, he's loose now. 100 miles an hour on that last fastball. 99.
All 2 strikes to Austin Jackson. 2. One out, nobody on the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, 2 down.
And another good breaking ball. You have to get ready to try to hit 95 to 100. And he's able to throw his breaking ball in the outside corner.
Here's Kyle Seager. 2 outs, nobody on, 9th inning. 12-5 Tigers. Bruce Rondon, undrafted free agent, September 2007. He's setting up house in the mid-90s. One to Kyle. Mariners down to their final strike. That's a good one. I like it.
I do too.
Well done. 1-2 pitch from Rondon. Struck him out. Strikes out the side in the ninth to end the ball game. Turned into a no doubt about her as the Tigers put up 5 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th to make it a 12-5 blowout.
Well, they'll look for Taijuan Walker tomorrow to get things turned around for him again. And for Taijuan, a pretty good idea. He's going to have to locate that good fastball. He's had an excellent changeup. I think that'll be a good pitch for him tomorrow.
Tigers win the series opener. Right now, Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad and Jason Bay. Fellas?
Dave, thank you very much. Tigers take game 1. Yes, you see the numbers, 12-5